Did you fire up the grill last weekend? Andy Crouppen of Brown & Crouppen did, and he hopes you can learn a thing or two on barbecue safety from his experience. All right. What happened? Good morning. What happened to you?
Good morning. You know, I feel like I'm coming on the air telling about seeing a UFO because it's so crazy.
But this is real, though. What happened to you?
Here's what happened. I was, on Saturday, I was at a friend's house. We were barbecuing.
Okay.
My friend was smoking some ribs.
Okay.
And it starts to drizzle a little bit. So we moved, the charcoal, I guess, was in a bag, had not been lit yet, just a bag of charcoal.
This is all normal.
All normal so far. We move it underneath the table. They have a table outside so that it stops getting wet. An hour later, we're standing at the table, standing around, and me and a friend of mine all of a sudden feel my legs are getting really hot. And, you know, it takes a minute to process, and we look under the table, and the charcoal has erupted in flames.
Combusted.
Combusted.
Under the table, on fire.
And so we're trying to figure out, you know, the most likely explanation is that, you know, somehow a spark got over there and you know, or somebody was smoking a cigar, a cigarette or something. No one had been smoking. It wasn't a barbecue pit. It was a smoker that was completely self-contained, that was like 15 feet away from the table. So, you know, we're trying to go through everything. So finally, after a while, I look on my phone and I Google spontaneous combustion charcoal.
Oh my gosh.
And most people will tell you it's a myth, although it happens with coal a lot. They claim that household quantities of charcoal generally aren't enough for this to happen. And I think what that means is they're just unable to replicate it, but there have been a lot of reports. So, like I said, I feel like I'm reporting a UFO sighting and people are going to think I'm crazy, but it was the most remarkable thing.
Potentially dangerous.
Very dangerous. And you know, afterwards, another friend of ours there said, you know, they tell you to store charcoal in your basement because it absorbs the moisture to keep your basement moist, which I have heard before, which seems like the stupidest thing you can do.
I hadn't heard that, but okay.
It may keep your basement dry, but it may be dry because it's burnt the whole thing to a crisp. So,
oh my gosh.
So really, I mean, I think honestly, I think I had a better chance of winning the lottery, and I would have rather won the lottery. But
did you burn?
No,
are you hairless on one leg now?
Yeah, here, let me
take. Thank you very much.
Okay. No, I mean, I think it was an extraordinarily rare event. After doing a little research, I see that it's rare, but it does seem to happen. That I think what happens is when the charcoal gets wet, there can be a chemical reaction. The carbon in the charcoal oxidizes, and I think when some of the charcoal's wet, some of the charcoal's dry, what can happen is the wet charcoal oxidizes, produces heat, and charcoal's a good insulator, and so the heat stays in it. It keeps getting hotter and hotter, and I think the reaction accelerates, mixes with the dry charcoal, and spontaneously combusts.
And was this in part because you put it under this table? Heat is trapped in there?
Well, I guess it was partially that, and I guess also now it's able to dry, which I don't know. I'm no chemist.
Well, you sound like one. But here's what we need you guys to know, among other things. Was there a bucket of water nearby? Was there a fire extinguisher nearby?
You know, there was a hose, and you bring up a good point. I think we think of barbecuing as just a safe activity. Right. You don't have to take any precautions.
We can do it with our eyes closed.
And it is a safe activity. But, you know, if you are using charcoal, you are next to your house, this is an open flame, just be safe. Have a hose handy. If you are using lighter fluid, when you're done with the lighter fluid, don't set it right next to your grill.
Oh my gosh, how many of us have done that?
Right, of course.
And use that lighter fluid, as it says there on your screen, in moderation. Well, we're glad you're okay.
Yes, I was lucky to escape with my life.
I mean, the first thing I looked at him when he came on the set today was his eyebrows. I mean, I thought you were right with it, but actually your legs are kind of singed there. But you are okay.
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, okay. If you have a legal question for Brown & Crouppen, or if you would like to know why on earth did you do that, Andy, email us at greatday@KMOV.